Okay, we're on Eruvin, Perek Yud, Mishnah Gimel. Third Mishnah in the 10th chapter of Eruvin. Says the Mishnah, Haya koreh b'sefer ala askupa. You're on the askupa is like the porch. You're reading a book on the porch. It sounds very innocuous, except this book is their Sfarim, of course, with like a Sefer Torah. It was like a Megillah. And it rolled out. Nitgalgel ha-sefer miyado. The Sefer rolls out. So I'm going to show you the picture of what we're dealing with. Here's the guy. He's sitting on the askupa. And remember, okay, he is 10 tfachim high. This is Rishuta Rabim. He is in Rishuta either, it's a big machloket. Is this a Carmelite? And it's less than 10? Or is it 10? So according to this picture, it's 10. Okay? And that's according to Rabbah. Rabbah says it's a Rishuta Yachid. Whatever, it's a machloket in the Gemara, whether it's Rishuta Yachid or a Carmelite. So he's sitting in Rishuta Yachid. And the book rolls out and is in Rishuta Rabim. The question is, though, can I roll it back? How can I roll it back? Because I'm being motzi mi reshut l'reshut. Even though you got your hands on it, you're holding on to it. Is it a problem or not? So it's a huge machloket. Is it a mahotzah reshut to the reshut? Whether I'm holding on to it, are we goes there? Perhaps if you drop the whole thing, you're gonna come get it. So that's what the Mishnah says. Go lolo etzlo. It's a machloket, but you're allowed to go lolo. You're allowed to roll it back up to you. Similarly, hayakore b'rosh hagag. You're on the top of a roof. V'nit galgel ha-sefer miyado, and the sefer again rolls out. You're holding on to one hand and it rolls down. Ad shelo higia la'asarat tfachim gololo etzlo. If it didn't reach asarat tfachim, let's go back to our picture. Remember, under asarat tfachim is Rishuta Rabim. Above, even in the air, above asarat tfachim is makom ptur. But once it gets to Rishuta Rabim, once it gets to 10 tfachim high or lower, then it's Rishuta Rabim. So according to the simple explanation, until it gets to asarat tfachim gololo etzlo, you could roll it back up. But once it gets to asarat tfachim or less, hofcho laktav. Hofcho laktav means you turn it over, so it's face down, so it's not going to become ruined by leaving it in the sun. You just have to leave it. Okay, so what's going on? So the Mishnah says, actually let's read on with Rabbi Yehuda and then I'll explain. Rabbi Yehuda says, Afilu ein misulak min haaretz ela kimalo machat. Even if it's less than the width of a needle, gololo etzlo, you can roll it up. Meaning, let's go to our picture here, okay? So this is according to the Tanakama, 10 tfachim. If it's above 10, you can roll it up. If it's below 10, you can't roll it up. These pictures are really useful, aren't they? Rabbi Yehuda says, even if it got to almost the ground, but it didn't touch the ground, Rabbi Yehuda says you could roll it up. Okay, let's look at the Bar Tanura. Says the Tanakama said, once it gets to asarat tfachim, okay, it was the Gemara says, Gemara parich, okay, halonach. It didn't reach the ground. Even though it got lower, let's go to our picture, even though it got lower than 10 tfachim here, halonach, it didn't touch the ground. So what's the difference here if it got to 10 tfachim or not? Who cares? So, umeshane, the Gemara answers, okay, hare lo nach b'shita rabbi, it didn't land. There's an angled wall, the Gemara says. V'nach hasefer ablitat hakota shel asarat tfachim atachtonim. So according to the Gemara, I'm not sure why I didn't do a picture. There's some kind of blitat hakota. The wall sticks out, and now the book is resting less than 10 tfachim. So it's resting in a place where it's less than 10 tfachim. Okay. So therefore, the haviki'ilu nach b'shuta rabim. It says if it's resting on b'shuta rabim. V'im lo haya agdo biyado. If he wasn't holding onto it above, havichiyu v'dioraita. It would be an Easter Deraisa, since it's resting less than 10 tfachim. Slow. Therefore, umatnitin chisure mechsera. The Mishnah is actually chisure mechsera, missing the whole text. This is the Gemara. V'achiktani. This is what it should say. Higia la'asarat tfachim min haaretz. If it got to 10 tfachim, since it's resting on the wall, it's resting on the wall less than 10 tfachim, hovcho al aktav. When is this true? Bekotel mishupad denach. When it's true, it's like it's resting on the kotel, and the thing is resting here. The book is resting then 10 tfachim high. Aval bekotel she'eina mishupa. But if the kotel is not slanted, angled, gololo whatso, you can bring it back up. Divrei Rabbi Yehuda. She Rabbi Yehuda Omer. Now let's go back to our Mishnah because Rabbi Yehuda says, "Afilu ein misulak min haaretz el kimlo machat gololo etzlo." Even if it's only less than a needle width, you're allowed to roll it up. So therefore, in this case, if it's not resting at all, since it's not resting on the wall on anything at all, then you could really roll it up. That's Rabbi Yehuda's opinion. Let's finish the Mishnah. Rabbi Shimon says, "Afilu ba'aretz atzmo gololo etzlo." Even if it's on the ground itself, you're allowed to roll it up. Why? Because the whole point is, even if it's laying on the ground, you're still holding on to it over here. So therefore, the only isur is we're afraid that if you let go of it, it would be a gzeira d'Rabbanan, and because we're afraid that if you let go of it and it fell to the ground, we're afraid the Rabbanan Bigoza that you would then go pick it up and bring it back out. That's the isur d'oraita. So if you're holding on to it, the only reason you wouldn't be able to roll it up is a gzeira d'Rabbanan. So therefore, since it's an only isur d'Rabbanan, that's what it means, a shvut. It's a sefer. It's a holy book. So therefore, since it's a shvut, no shvut should stop us from saving a kitvei kodesh. Meaning, that's why, therefore, since you're holding it, the Bartuner says we explained, it's only an isur d'Rabbanan. Why? The only isur Torah is if you dropped it, you let it go. And it rested in Reshut Rabim, uvalakro Meshut Rabim, ulanicho b'Reshut Yachid. You're going to go pick it up from Reshut Rabim and bring it back. So therefore, since it's only a shvut to save a Sefer Torah, to save a Sefer Kodesh, then you're certainly permitted mishum shvut in order to violate a din d'Rabbanan, a gzeira d'Rabbanan. You're allowed to roll back that Sefer so that it shouldn't be bizayon. You don't have to turn it over. You shouldn't have to turn it over hofcho and leave it over on the other side. We'll stop here. As always, comments or questions, email me at rspolter@gmail.com. We'll dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.